go to World vs. Whoa, what the? Unknown
Unknown
Borderlands.
Unknown Borderlands, Unknown Borderlands, or Eternal Battlegrounds. I like the first Unknown Borderlands myself. Apparently it's full though.
Yeah.
No. Which one do you want to go to?
I'm going to Eternal. I'm just trying to get in because what happens is it just transports you to an area that you might be able to spawn at, but if like the other servers have conquered everything, I don't know if you can. That seems like a bug.
Well, I queued up for Eternal Battleground or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I queued up too. How do you know you're in the queue?
No idea.
Yeah, that's not useful.
No idea. I don't really. It's the first time I ever did it. I don't see anything popping up. I'm sure there are people who could probably like say in the comments of the video if there is in fact. Wait.
Right. Let me just talk about this real quick. So one of the things I noticed, Zach, was how big this map is.
Oh, I know, it's
massive. Look at this. If I zoom out, you can't see, but they will. And afterwards, holy cow! It's huge.
Yeah, I want to go over to the Crystal Desert. That's all I'm saying, man.
I mean, I want to go everywhere, man. I
don't know. I mean, for MMO standards, I would say this is probably the size. Like, I know it looks like super. Okay, well, never mind. It's really okay. Oh,
yeah,
wait a minute.
saying, man?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go up and down. Go up and down.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
This
okay,
is like
so
this is the equivalent of like
a little bit bigger than, or around the same size. I'd say around WoW. I'd say it's maybe like a little bit bigger, or like kind of like around the same size as WoW.
Okay. Yeah. Well, WoW. I mean, they've added areas too.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about with like all the added like open areas and everything. I would say with the extra areas and everything, WoW is probably a little bit bigger than this.
Right.
I'm just like guesstimating by.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I'm looking at this also comparing to SWTOR in terms of planet size and stuff. I would say this is the equivalent of like 20 Hoths. Like, holy crap.
I was disappointed in some of the planet. Like, I wanted to go to Hoth so bad, but then when I got there, it was just so...
That was the most boring experience ever.
Boring. It was trudging through snow. Nothing but, like, hard enemies to fight. Like, no, like, standard enemies. They were all, like, hard enemies.
Yeah, it was just like, kill this captain with, like,
everything was, like, a
peanut.
group mission. And it's just like, there's no one here. How do you want me to do this? Me and Clover were, like... on that planet for hours, like, bro, you want to get someone to do this, man?
Yeah, and of course their queue system for getting other people totally was a failure. Like, that didn't even work. Like, it was just stupid. Right, let's keep going north until we can finally... we can't even get into PvP. I mean, first of all, the servers are pretty much full right now, guys. I mean, this is a beta event, and even, like, obviously when the game launches, too, you could sort of expect, like, oh, dude, what's down here? What is that thing?
I don't know. Kill it! Kill it!
Jungle grub! Kill it!
Kill it before it lays eggs! Super cannon power, go! Boom!
I like the engineer. Engineer and ranger right now are the ones on my list that are... Whoa, what is attacking me?
It's so cool, because then for my utility, I can switch to grenades, right? And then when I use it, I basically just have, like, what? All grenades. Poison grenade. Flash grenade.
The grenades are pretty
Ice grenade. Another poison grenade. Or no, that was a shrapnel grenade earlier, not a poison grenade. That last one I fired was a poison grenade.
Yeah.
So I basically, like, have 5 different grenade abilities, which is pretty cool. So, you know... But I like using the rifle, because then I can set up the turret. And
yeah, actually, now that you're saying there's different type of abilities, like my utility skills, there are tons of different utility skills that you can purchase as you level up. Hey, I leveled up to 9, so actually I can kind of show how you level up. So if I go to my hero... and I can look at my traits or whatever, which is what they're called. And I actually have 3 traits I can get. Wow, dude, I've been really not...
Oh, yeah, so can I. Wow, I haven't...
Maybe it's just because I leveled up, but... So I can get, like, more traits right here, and I guess I'll go ahead and get some of these stuff. Cool, these more look like more area of effects. This is why I'm not really liking this guy as much, because he's more about, hey, stand back and then just make some fields. And, yeah, like to me, I'd like to be more active with like shooting people or shooting them with arrows. So, yeah, I'll get this, I guess.
Apparently, I can buy a trait med kit, which equip a kit that replaces your weapons with healing skills. So I can be like, I can become a medic. I also have a turret that I can lay down, which will heal people. It'll heal me and then regenerate me and my allies.
Oh, nice! I've unlocked like a new echelon by getting all. Cool. Yeah, because I've gotten like 5 of these stuff right here. I can actually do that. Interesting. It's interesting. It's like, when I was first looking at this, like, comparing it to something like SWTOR, it's like, you have no idea what you want to do for your skills. So usually you, like, for me, I end up going online and copying other people and being like, okay, this looks like it makes sense. For this one, I mean, you could do the same thing, but it just seems a little bit more straightforward. Like, I know what this does, and I can kind of see myself doing it. Like, in SWTOR, I'd be kind of like, well, how would I kind of have to, like, guess, and it's like, oh, okay, that's how I use it once I finally get it. Oh, nice. It's my little story log. My guy's name is Drelly because he looks like a drill.
So yeah, let me throw down. So here's my medical turret.
Nice.
And then can I use my other turret along with that? Yeah. So then I have my normal turret. So let's see what this does. So.
What was that? Nice.
I know I love the engineer. I think I'm gonna be a char engineer. I'm thinking. Yeah. Even though, so I'll have to like tolerate their starting zone again, which I don't really like all that much. That's just my personal opinion, though. Yeah.
To me, this game is mostly about the combat. Like, when it comes down to it, like when you play something like SWTOR, specifically SWTOR, when you play the game, the combat is a lot like World of Warcraft. I mean, it's pretty much identical. Hey, dude, there's an event.
Oh yeah, is that the same event that we just did, though?
It says guard someone.
Oh, never mind. Okay, it's this guy right here.
Oh, I think this is the second part of the event. So also another thing about events is they sort of branch off. And I apologize for, like, Zach and I are sort of just going off of what we know and what we've played off of. It's not really organized, but the thing with events is, like, they continue to happen, but new parts of the event occur, sort of. Like, this is part of that same event we were doing probably earlier. But this is like the next part of that event, and you don't have to participate in it if you don't want to. And events usually... How long do you think events take, Zach? Like 2 to 10 minutes maximum?
Yeah, around like 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes. They can be kind of lengthy, depending on some of them.
Yeah. So it seems like when you're in combat, you can't, like, you can't switch your utility skills or anything.
Yeah.
What does this even do?
This big guy just keeps going on, and we're just like surrounded by like animals. I'm throwing down my turrets.
Keep going! Oh no, don't. Don't touch him. It's a big tree thing. Keep going, my tree friend.
Tree jump, or here, yo, I can do like a gun jump, like this rocket jump, where I like launch off the ground. It's like one of my.
Whoa, where'd you go? Oh, okay, there. I didn't really see. I was looking the other way. Do it again.
Like, it's on cooldown.
Oh.
Well, the cargo seems blah, blah, blah.
I have like a net shot that'll like net enemies, and then like I have also like this blunderbuss shot.
The engineer has really cool abilities.
Which is like a shotgun, so when they get close, it's okay. Yeah, so here's my rocket boost shot.
What the? That's sick. I think that's more, is like a dodge sort of a thing.
I think it damages enemies when I land. Blast the ground, damaging nearby foes and leaping to your target. So yeah, like it'll hurt enemies when I jump, and then I can yeah. So I guess it's kind of like a dodge. I would assume, like things get too close, just jump out of the way. It's not like you automatically like you click it and it automatically happens. Like you can select where you want to like land at and everything.
Yeah. This is a pretty cool event. A lot of these events are more like transporting people, I've realized. Like,
yeah, like
5 of the events we've done just for the Sylvari are like transport these guys. But there's like this one event that Zach and I did where it's like what do you call it? Like these Sylvari were like trapped in the spider webs or something. And we had to fight this giant spider at the end. Another one where these undead people came out, and then eventually it's like, oh, their master crab is in the water. So, that's another thing. Underwater combat. Do you talk about that?
It was pretty fun. You shoot. Since I'm like a ranger or an engineer, at least I shoot like torpedoes out of my like gun or whatever.
Well, actually, what happens is everyone everyone gets. There's actually completely different underwater weapons you can get and you can equip. You can get like a trident, a spear, or like what you had was probably like a harpoon thing or something.
Yeah. Come back. I'm down. I'm down like behind you, a little bit down the path.
What's going on?
I got down, man.
Oh,
I was holding the line, like.
Not shroomy visions.
No, I'm down.
I'm here for you. This might take a while though. I think you could actually just get up now if you wanted to.
No, I'd have to go to a waypoint or something. Oh, see, look, a friendly player here.
Finally.
Look at that, Guild Wars community, #1.
I kind of like how the text bars, like how it shows the little chat.
Gracias. Yeah.
Gracias. Hey, where's this dude going? If we keep following him, I bet we could do another event.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we're obviously at like a new camp area, or is this the same area as before?
I'm kind of annoyed that we can't get into World versus World. But honestly, I guess like what I can say about PvP is it's a completely different thing, and I think we'd have to spend another 50 minutes just doing that. And I haven't done enough PvP at all to give it like opinions about it. All I do know about PvP is that a lot of people said it's a little bit unbalanced, and it could be a little bit crazy with World versus World. That's just what I've heard. And from my experience, limited experience, like 15, 20 minutes maximum in PvP, just to see what it was like. The map is huge, and it looks pretty fun, but it definitely it's definitely something like has a big learning curve. So PvE though, from what Zach and I have seen so far, overall Zach, overall impressions of this game, I think we've pretty much covered anything. Can you think of anything else?
Not really. I'm sure there's some stuff that we're forgetting, but I can't really think of any right now.
Like, there's other stuff we could talk about, like the in-game store or whatever, but I didn't really use the in-game store. Like you can actually buy like cosmetic items if you want to with real money. Sort of like League of Legends.
Some of them are kind of weird, like boxing gloves and like sunglasses.
Yeah. It's just...
Alright, look, another event, or something.
I think this is part of that. Events have their own story, too, so it's like, usually events will have like 3 or 4 sort of like segments to them. It's like, okay, now we've helped escort this craziness, now we have to protect it for like 5 minutes right now. And then it's like, then after that, we have to take it to the Mountain of Death or something, I don't know. It's cool because I have no idea what's going to happen. And it's kind of cool because I'm like, I'm curious, I want to know what's going to happen. But I think our video is kind of coming to an end here, our multi-part video or whatever.
Well, I guess one thing I could talk about, and even though I haven't participated in any PvP, I think I was talking to you earlier about it doesn't seem like it makes any sense really, because there's like no different factions fighting, it's just kind of the same faction but different servers, so it's like what's really the point of PvP? Like, that's the thing this game doesn't have, it doesn't have multiple factions in it, everyone's pretty much on the same team. And I think when you put PvP into a game when everyone's just kind of on the same team, it just doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, and so you're talking about specifically like, okay, in SWTOR you have Empire versus Republic. This game it's like, okay, you're on a server, you're on a team, just kill them. And there's no like lore or meaning behind that. Yeah. It's not like clever, it's just like, okay, fight each other.
Fight!
And I guess my sort of argument with that is sure, it's not really. And they don't do that much of a job, but they're setting it up to where it can be more competitive, where it's like, hey, Empire's totally overpowered. This time it's like, no,
Republic was overpowered. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I thought the Empire was at first. The
Dude,
Empire...
I lost like every game I did as the Empire, and you lost every game you did as the Republic. So
wow,
I think we just all suck.
But see, the thing is, I was always on top, like, and that's the thing that sort of annoyed me about it was like I was always on top of the charts, like the point charts. So it'd be like Tuggy, 2nd, 3rd place, right? But I'd be like totally dead every single time.
The thing with SWTOR is it seemed that like the people that were playing it, they weren't people that played previous MMOs, and so basically when it came to playing PvP, nobody communicated. Yeah. And I hope it's not like this for this game. Like people are just like, oh yeah, and they don't like really know what they're doing. Because it's really lame playing PvP and when people don't communicate. And
but see, that's the problem with that game. But this game, it's like I don't care if I can't communicate with someone because, in a way, it's like sure you're a healer, like in the other games, you're like a healer, right? So it's like you have to know where the healers are. You have to be like, dude, heal me, man. I'm about to die. In this game, it's like, no, heal yourself. And if you see someone dying, you can heal them if you want. But you have to be a capable player on your own. And